Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Digital Embellishment Show. Today is a very special guest. I have a very special guest on the show today. We have the Executive Vice President and Managing Director of MGI Digital Technology, my mentor and my uncle, Mr. Victor Abergel. Victor, how are you?
Fine, Kevin, and you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to see you again. And I'm glad that you were able to come on the show. There's so many exciting things going on
A
in
pleasure.
the market. And those of us who don't know who you are, can you give us just a quick little introduction to you personally, Victor Abergel? Who are you? And then we could talk a little bit about the company. But tell us a little bit background on you.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Very simply, I'm the Executive VP for the business development of MGI Digital Technology and as well the Managing Director of the group. I had in charge the last 30 years the international development of the company, the
But Victor,
headquarter.
can I ask you a question? How did you get into printing? Like, why printing? Out of all the different things you could have done, because I know you went to law school and you were a professor in law. Tell me why printing?
As I have the habits to say, you don't need to be an architect to build a house. In late Edmund, the CEO of MGI Digital Technology, Edmund Abergel, my brother, who are three brothers in the company, had a vision of the added value of the digital technology for the graphic art industry. At this time, it was
Yeah, it was digital was not even heard of, right?
new and disruptive for the market because what was the point? The point was to bring to the graphic art industry printing solutions with a laser toner laser technology to print
Right.
on a heavy stock, some substrate, and to having the capabilities to replace the small machines for certain application by the digital technology. From that, we had a long road by developing different generation of digital toner press during the 90 to
Right.
2000s.
But why
We have
printing? Like, it's
why
got to
printing?
be.
Because printing is very important. At this time, printing was an art.
Right.
It
Well, you
was
grew
very
up in that art, right? I mean, as a
yeah,
kid, and
yeah, sure. My father was a printer. I grew up in the smell of the ink on the offset machine and so forth. With the digital technology, we was able to eliminate a lot of breakdown in the process of productions
Hmm,
and to offer to the market an easy way to produce with a high added value.
sure.
And it was the point. Honestly, we saw all the big brand copiers, manufacturers who's coming on the market by bringing their digital copy press to the graphic art industry as a digital press
Right.
to offer to the market some possibility to print.
Right.
And print at this time was not a commodity. Print was very important. Print was the one of the major driver of the industry to generating profit and generating activity in our industry.
Yeah. So it's great, and I think that story really resonates with a lot of people in the printing industry. A lot of printers that I know, the company was started by their father or their grandfather or their great grandfather. So it's a very family, I think, oriented industry. And I think that your father would be very proud to see how far you guys have come and what MGI has become. And maybe you can walk us kind of through the history of MGI, because I know it started off as a small little family company and you guys really grew it in a very short period of time, but very consistently.
As all the story of successful companies.
Right.
When we started with Edmund and Michael, the company was almost a six-person. All right,
Yeah.
and the first life of MGI was an IT company to develop software.
Really? You guys developed
Yeah,
software?
yeah,
That's
that
interesting.
we
I don't
have
think a lot of people
developed.
know that.
We had a strong knowledge because we starting very early in
Right.
to using the recent technology of PC computer access for the the grand public.
Yeah.
Okay, and from that we have developed professional applications for different market segment. We have developed an application for the graphic art industry, and from that we had a vision of the possibility to bring to the market not only software solution but as well hardware solution.
Right.
Hardware solution meaning to be able to print on substrate with a toner laser technology and to offer to the market a possibility to handle some labor job like a business card, a letterhead, envelopes in heavy stock, on heavy stock with a laser technology with a software dedicated for. And it was the beginning of the digital printing technology for MGI.
Do you remember the
From
name of that
Oh
first machine?
yes, the first machine was the Mastercard.
The MasterCard. And I think,
Yeah,
people, I remember when I was still at MGI, people would come up to me and goes, "Oh, MGI, you guys built the MasterCard." I was like,
yeah,
wow, people still remember that machine. But I remember it was such a cool
yeah,
machine because it's a roll of Bristol
yeah.
paper.
We the idea to integrate printing from a roll with a slitting system to cutting on the right size the substrate if we was printing business card,
Yeah.
if we was printing invitation cards, or the capabilities as well to print on the letterhead, on the
Yeah.
envelopes. And at the beginning it was on a monochrome application, black and white.
Yeah.
We have developed color cartridges to bring the possibility to having different color. And
Right.
in 1996, we have launched our four color process. It was the Mastercard 2400.
The
Uh,
2400. I
yeah,
remember that.
the 2400 DPI.
Yeah.
And it was, we had a very great success with this machine.
So
And
it's funny because
from the, yeah,
when just coming back to the MasterCard, you had printing on a roll with inline. So you had you guys were already doing Factory 4.0
yeah, at this
in the
time, yeah,
1980s.
you're right. It was for very simple applications, as I said, was one of the most profitable for our customers.
Right.
You know, to print business card, to get to cutting business card, to print a gift cards as well. A gift card, very important, to print invitation card for
Yeah.
greeting, waiting for birth anniversary and so forth, letterhead and envelope. And such application was a headache for customers, but as well a very important added value market segment for them. And to having a digital technology to be able to print on demand for
Right.
their customers was very important. And that's why we have been very successful. And we have built up a very strong dealer network all over the world who was promoting our product in their countries after a training to be
Yeah.
able to serve for the maintenance locally their customers. And from that, at the late no, I would say the beginning of 2000, we had more than 46 international distributors all over the world. So it was a real great success for us. We started at six. In 2000, the company was around 110 people. From the beginning of the 2000, we saw the interest of the inkjet technology.
Yeah.
And from that, we're starting to invest on this technology and to see which kind of benefit we can extract from the inkjet technology for the graphic art industry. And we have
And
developed, yeah,
yeah. No, no.
we have
It's
dev-
like you
we
went
have
through.
developed we have
You went.
developed we have developed between 2003 to 2000 a new technology dedicated for the embellishment
So,
process.
so that's my question because obviously this is the Digital Embellishment Show, and I know that you guys grew the company from a small little startup, I mean, very quickly, and you went public in 2006, right? So that was, I think, a big, big milestone for the company. And then shortly after, 2 years later, Drupa 2008 comes around, and you guys show the world's first inkjet-based digital embellishment unit, the jet varnish. What made you think to go into that part of the market? Why
Why?
embellishment? Why digital embellishment? Why take a risk to kind of have to create a new market from zero when nobody
It,
else was doing it?
it was not a risk. At this time we had more than 1,000 customers all over the world who was using our digital press to print in full color, and all of them was asking us, "Are you able to bring something to reach the gap between printing to finishing?" And we was all the time listening carefully our customers, and the inkjet technology offered us the opportunity to starting to think about the embellishment, the digital embellishment, by developing a solution with an inkjet digital press dedicated for embellishment by applying UV varnish on the printed sheet. And as you said, we have been the inventor of this technology by showing Drupa to the first inkjet digital press dedicated for the embellishment.
I remember. Yeah.
And this time, people was around us because it was very complicated to do that with the C-screen technology or even on the offset technology. To having a spot UV registrations was not easy with a lot of overhead costs by
Mhm.
using single-use consumables, high skilled people to driving the machinery dedicated for. And with the digital inkjet technology, suddenly we opened the market for them by having from a digital side the capabilities to embellish the printed sheet directly and to generating a high added value for their customers and for the company.
Right. I think, and that was really, I think, a big step. It's for the first time. It's easy to do embellishment, right? You guys, I think, in a way, created an easy button where now you can literally take just a graphic artist, put him in front of a machine, show him how to press the buttons, and then a few seconds later, an embossed foil piece comes out. And I think that's really a beautiful part of the market. And I don't know if you realize this, but you know,
Yeah, we realize because we
wait,
have
wait, but that's not what I'm saying. What you don't realize is that digital embellishment has grown so rapidly and is really creating a lot of demand that it's even helping traditional embellishment houses do more
listen.
work. So it's growing the market for everybody because now there's more demand for it.
No, we had a quite good vision of the market because we came from the digital printing technology market, and the market was adopting the digital print technology, and the question mark was the next step was
Yeah.
to bring a bridge from printing to finishing. We saw that the faster growth in the digital printing equipment on the graphic art industry, and it was clear for us that if we was able to having embellishments, a digital embellishment solution for them, it will be adopted quickly by the market.
Right.
As well, we have been obliged to educate the market to showing the performance of the technology for them, but very
Yeah.
quickly we starting to add a lot of customers who early adapters who was making the choice of the digital embellishment technology.
Well, I'm glad you guys did it because it's become a passion of mine, this industry, and I think you got four stars up there that really talk about, if you look behind you, the impact that it's had on the printing
Yeah,
industry as a whole, and I think one of the big things that I've learned at MGI, and I don't know if you want to talk about it, but MGI, for me, one of the biggest things I learned was how quickly where the market was heading and the rapidity, the ability to change direction, the ability to have speed was always one of the biggest things that I think had MGI had going for it. Can you talk to us about that? Is that something that is it
sure,
just
sure.
cultural or is it just the advantage of being a smaller company or is it just in the DNA to move rapidly or tell us more?
No, first the DNA of the company is up to today to invent, created a new technology,
Right.
and to bring this new technology to the market. But for that, you have to have at least a feedback from the market. And one of the strengths point of MGI was to be able to listening carefully his portfolio of customers. And yes, the agility of MGI is to moving forward very quickly as long that we get a validation from our customer base,
Right.
as long that our customers give us a clear direction where to go.
Right.
And thanks for that. We have now a team of 250 people in the company with
Congratulations.
almost 100 engineers who are working daily on our technology, developing new technology for the market,
Yeah.
and to staying on the edge of the technology. Because today, we're fighting multi-billion companies on
Mm.
the market, and the game changer for the market is only to bring new technology and to create a new market development in the graphic art industry.
So, and I think you mentioned something interesting, Victor. Is in my time at MGI, when I worked at MGI France with you, or even when I worked at MGI USA with my father, Michael, every time we went into a demo, there was always somebody from the upper management that would be a part of that demonstration. So whether it was you, whether it was Edmund or Michael, always one of you guys in there asking questions, listening, and trying to anticipate where the market was going. And I don't know how many OEM manufacturers have their top management involved at that level. I guess the eyes on where the market was going.
That's a very important point that you raised, Kevin, here. It's our DNA to be in our showroom when a customer honored our company to come and to check our technology. We are listening and we are learning a lot of points during the demos. We are seeing the reaction of the customers. We are validating our roadmap by the reaction of the customers. And when we have some remarks or critics on our technology, that's giving us our homework for the future, how to make it better, how to make a new upgrade on the technology to answering to the expectation of our customers.
That's great. That's great. Well, that's I think a really important thing, and so MGI has really done, I think, an impressive job of developing, and there's a lot of new products that are coming out of Drupa. Can you talk to us about what some of the people are going to see at Drupa? Is there anything special that we want to talk about? Is there anything that you're keeping as a secret, as a Drupa surprise? What can you tell us?
We are not anymore in the secret. And Drupa is in less of 90 days now, and everyone are preparing his own battle for
All right.
Drupa. And MGI, since the last 10 years, have investing on the new technology, the Factory 5 technology. What does it mean? We have developed a new, very impressive digital press single pass B1 size to print to embellished, meaning applying spot varnish, flat or raised, to applying an overprinting varnish to replace lamination on the substrate, and to finishing the operation by a digital hot foil stamping in one pass.
Wow.
This is a real breakthrough technology, a real revolution in our market. We will be the first and the only technology at Drupa who's offering a printing to finishing operation single pass technology.
So there's not a lot of B1 digital presses out there, and I think it's good that we're starting to see a little bit more because that's going to open up packaging. But like, who's going to buy this press? Who's going to buy an AlphaJet to be able to print, varnish, foil digitally on a B1 sheet? Who
In
do you think
fact,
is?
yeah, in fact, when we started the development of the AlphaJet, we had a very clear mind in our idea in our mind. Clearly, it was we was targeting the packaging industry, but
Hmm.
very quickly we saw that as well the commercial printing market or the web online printing market was as well a good potential market for the AlphaJet. Why? Because with this technology, we bring first a single pass machine, meaning we eliminating a lot of breakthroughs and overhead costs in the process. Less people around the machine. We replace 5 to 6 operated by one
Mm.
instead to having 4 to 5 different piece of equipment. We have only one, and by the process, we are bringing a very efficient cost prediction with the AlphaJet compared to the conventional processes. So,
Right.
by having all these advantages on the top of we are a friendly user, we are eco-responsible, we are less consuming in electricity, and so forth and so on. We bring to our customers and to the market a real breakthrough technology for having in single pass one operations.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I think a lot of people are looking for it. That's going to be running at Drupa.
Absolutely. We will have an AlphaJet, is a 150 square foot machine,
Wow,
20 tons weight. Okay. So the AlphaJet will be live at Drupa.
wow.
We will
You've come a
have a
long way from the Mastercard.
sure, sure. Now we need almost 11 trucks for moving the AlphaJet. So
Wow.
that's our. We are very proud of it because it will be the flagship product at Drupa, but as well we will display all our technology over there. The Jet Varnish series,
Yeah.
sheet fed and roll through technology for from A3 size to B1 size. For the labels and flexible packaging, we will have the single pass Web 400 Jet Varnish, who's doing varnish and foil in one operations. And we will show as well as a worldwide premiere our first digital die cutting unit, the Octopus, dedicated to die cut digitally labels and flexible packaging for the industry.
Oh, beautiful. So now you're doing printing, embellishment, and cutting.
Yeah.
Well, what's left? I think you cover the entire gamut of things to do on a printed sheet. So congratulations, and I think you'll be partnering with I think MGI's global partner, Konica Minolta. How is that relationship going? You want to tell us a little bit of how the relationship between MGI and Konica is going?
Yeah, very simply, in the past, MGI worked a long time with Konica Minolta by buying engine from Konica Minolta and modifying the engine for our own technology.
Hmm.
And in the 2004, Konica Minolta decided to invest on our company by to cover 10% of our stack to reinforce the collaboration, the rewarding business relation between the two companies.
Right.
And in 2016, we have increased this partnership by offering to Konica the possibility to increase its participation on our stock, and they took 42% of our stock. Now they are
Okay.
one of the major shareholder of the company, of the group, the company independently. And in 2006 have been a very important milestone for MGI because we signed at the same time a strategic alliance between MGI and Konica.
Hmm.
Strategic alliance for marketing and sales. We agreed to provide to Konica Minolta the entire line of product of MGI to their sales channel, and we have replaced our distributor channel by the worldwide Konica Minolta sales channel. So today, Konica representing our product in more than 62 countries all over the world, in Middle East, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Asia Pac,
Hmm.
and we are very proud of it. And this giving us a strong visibility on the market. We have been able to bring to Konica a new technology for the industrial printing market segment
Hmm.
with the Jet Varnish series, with the AlphaJet as well, and to reinforce their presence on this industrial printing market.
Right, but I think
And
even more importantly too is for MGI now you're like present in every city in the world, like almost. You know, it's you have locals. You
almost, yeah. And that's very important. And we have only one partner, and with these partners, we are reinforcing our collaborations. And today, we are acting on the market as a one company
hmm,
for the MGI product, and we have been able to make a global bundle with the Konica Minolta line and the MGI product, and that's makes sense.
yeah, they're
That
complementary. I
makes
think
sense. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
it's a good move
And
for both
yes,
MGI and
to to
Konica. Yeah,
to going to your questions, at Drupa we will have a common booth,
right.
and it will be the Konica Minolta and MGI booth, 3,000 square meter over there. All the MGI digital technology will be displayed over there. We in association with one digital press from Konica.
Sure.
For the A3 size, we will have the Cypress
Right.
Konica machine. For the B2 size, the Jet Varnish
KM1.
Evo B2 size, we will have a KM1 with the Jet Varnish product.
Mm,
For the B1 size, we will have the Jet Varnish as a standalone for some commercial printer or
mhm.
packaging industry, and we will have the AlphaJet on the stand to address the industrial printing
Yeah.
market for commercial printing, packaging industry, and web online printer as well, who are interesting to having all in one with the factory 5.
Sure. And the labels too, right? I mean, they're printing
Ah,
labels
yes, I
and
forgot. You're right. I forgot absolutely. Konica Minolta have launched a new digital press roll to roll named Acurio 400,
yeah.
and we associating to this digital press roll to roll our Jet Varnish Web 400, who's
Oh,
doing as the AlphaJet a single pass for spot UV varnish and digital hot foil stamping in one
right,
operations, and to die cut, we will associating as well the Octopus,
right.
our digital die cutting digital press.
So there's two things that I've heard rumors about that I don't know if you want to address some of these rumors on the show. The first thing is that you guys are coming out with a machine that could both do varnish, spot varnish, and dimensional varnish, and foil, but at the same time.
Yeah, that
Is that is
that's what
that is that
that's what we call single pass. Single pass. We have now developed our technology to be able to mix area between spot varnish and foil in one operation. In the past, with the former generation, we was obliged to do two passes
mm-hmm,
when we want to apply varnish and foil. And now today, thanks to the AlphaJet technology, we have developed a technology who can manage the spot,
one
flat
pass?
or raised varnish and hot foil stamping in one single
So
pass.
I think a lot of people who don't necessarily know how the process works, why this is, I think, a pretty cool thing is that
Yeah,
basically
because
when you look at the MGI technology, when they put down varnish, that can also act as a glue for the foil, right? And so,
exactly.
so
So,
basically, you
so
just made a varnish that glues to the foil and another varnish that doesn't glue to the foil, and you're able to do that one
exactly,
pass.
we call it the anti-foil
The
and
anti-foil.
foil, and that's very simple. We have two printing engine in
Yeah.
the machine, one dedicated for the spot UV, one dedicated for the foil, and those operation can be done simultaneously in one pass.
That's very cool. And then, speaking of the second rumor, is that you guys have posted some teasers online around some of the new foils that are coming out with no explanation. Just, I guess, hey, guess what we're doing? And then I guess we're going to have to wait to Drupa to find out. But some of the videos that we've been seeing is foils that basically come with a gun, and you shoot the gun at the foil that's on the sheet, and it either
Yeah,
shows up green or it shows up red. What are we seeing? What is that? Is that counterfeiting, or what is the
very
application behind
simply,
that?
very simply. The last 5 years, we have invested quite massively on our factories. First of all, We are the only inkjet digital press dedicated for embellishment whose manufacturing is own varnish. So we have a chemical factories now in more than 3,000 square meters. We can produce more than 5,000 tons of varnish yearly for our customers in the world.
Wow.
Okay, and the last 2 years we decided, due to the request of our customers, to invest on the capabilities to be able to manufacturing our own foil, and that's what you saw on the teasers, on the videos, on the internet. Yeah, now today we are producing our own foil. We're offering more than 12 different colors to the market for starting with. All right. And this foil have been developed in order to be fully compatible with our technology and to grant to our customer a high quality level on the foil.
Oh, that's excellent. That's
Plus, the cherry on the top of the cake, we have developed a security foil. Security foil, meaning a foil who can react to a readers to protect the applications, if it is on the packaging, on a box, or whatever, to granting the traceability of the product by having a security foil on, and to be able to be identified by a simple readers manually, and to be sure that it's not a counterfeit product or whatever.
that is crazy. I didn't realize that that technology was around, where the foil can actually react to a reader and tell you whether or not it's real or fake. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
sounds like
We have
MGI is into a lot of different things now, and that sounds like it's very interesting opportunities in the future for MGI.
Yeah, and this application, the security foil, will be also shown during Drupa, so it will be very interesting. We had already a very high interest of our customers, but I think it will be the confirmation during Drupa.
Okay, well, I will definitely see you at Drupa, Victor. How many Drupas is this for you? How many have you done?
My seventh Drupa.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Saying that it's not a long time, but when you are calculating, that's almost a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
decades. Few
yeah,
decades are behind me.
yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a great Drupa. There's a lot of pent up demand for the last Drupas that we missed because of COVID. But I hope and I wish you a very successful Drupa coming
Thank
up.
you very much. We are doing everything to be sure that this Drupa will be a great Drupa.
All right. Well, Victor, thank you so much for spending the time with us. If you want to know more about what MGI is doing and what they're up to, I encourage you to follow them on LinkedIn or go to www for more information. Victor, I thank you very much for your time, and we will see each other in Germany quite soon.
Thank you very much, Kevin, and my pleasure to see you in Drupa. Have a good day.